Welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, we are going to be breaking down our performance at the 2021 USBC Open Championships. Stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome back. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell to get alerts. Also, check out our social media pages.
Facebase, Instagram, and the Tweet Machine.
The machine. You can also check out our merch shop where you can get all of our sweet apparel and hats and backpack and whatnot. On today's video, we are checking out and analyzing our 2021 USBC Open Championships team event performance.
It's a mouthful. Great job. Did good. It only took 7 takes.
So we're going to actually bring up that video. We are going to watch it, analyze it, and tell you what we did right, what we did wrong, our ball choices, when the transition was, and all that good stuff. Also, check out our USBC Open Championships ball guide video, where we will tell you our ideas of what balls you should be bringing to the tournament, not brand specific. So we'll be giving you a vast array of ideas, surfaces you should be using, etc., and actually how to utilize them throughout the tournament. So stay tuned for that and watch that video. So why don't we get right down to it? We're gonna pop some popcorn or take out some snacks, whatever, and we're gonna watch this video. You ready?
Frosted animal crackers.
Frosted animal crackers. Here we go. Stay tuned. I do have to say, I love bowling in this place.
Really?
Yeah.
It's an experience, there's not many experiences out there that feel like that, just because of the way it's set up.
Yeah, like how
Here
often
comes
do
my
you...
sister. She was tired dragging that sucker. Look at that thing. It's like wobbling back and forth.
We had two guys show up without shirts because they missed the email.
But Joey just pretended he was like swinging it.
Oh, here we go.
We skipped practice, right?
Ball number 1. Yeah, so we did skip practice, but here we go. Ball number 1, Jake Shank. What's he using there, Ant?
He's using a track Paradox Red. Did we ball trace this?
No, but the blue line on the masking units doesn't
So he
look
just threw
like
a strike.
that. So yeah, so he
threw a good shot there.
Yeah, he threw a good shot. He started right at 13.
So we tried to... Kyle's throwing urethane.
Yep, big old purple.
So this was a 25 milliliter pattern. It was not as heavily lubricated as the typical patterns are. Usually they're about 27 to 30, but I think it was like 41 or 40 feet. So Joe's using a Strata hybrid.
He's around 10.
Yep.
Just a little right there, I think, but...
We just drilled up all day before we left. I was way too amped up for this event. I'm always up there before it's even my turn.
Wait, this is just early on. Game 3 even, you're like bouncing around, you're waiting at the table, waiting.
Because I don't know.
You couldn't even, you literally had your chamois in hand. Great shot.
It's really hard to beat her out there.
Yeah, she's really good.
Her and Jake are excellent. They float it. And then
they have such a soft hand at the bottom.
Yeah, and on lane 5 is the boat anchor. Okay, so I threw the purple, and this was my first real time using it in a tournament setting. And if you know, the approaches are kind of funny out there. And
I know. You'll see me on a couple of shots.
But I did end up making this spare, and Jake, we were trying to figure out the flow too, because there's only one team prepare, right?
Right.
But Jake's using a Paradox Red. Kyle's using a urethane, so 2 really strong balls. Joey's using a Strata hybrid, which is a strong core, but a weaker cover. And as you can tell, the ball kind of really checks hard off the back of the pattern, so controlling the pattern is really important in the beginning. Then I'm throwing urethane. Who else I missed? Jan?
Yeah,
Jan is throwing a Proton Physics, a 5-inch pin Proton Physics to get the ball to roll more forward down lane, because as they duck hook a lot,
it's a good spare right there, Ant.
Thanks, I was cleaning on a lot of this event.
Almost all of it.
Thank you. As you're bowling on this pattern, traction is really important in the beginning, because it's what's going to control the pocket. And shooting 190, 200 and leaving those type of spares where Jake has there with that 3-pin is important. So Here's Kyle. Kyle had not really thrown a lot of urethane before this event, right?
No,
Kyle?
this is also my first event.
There's my dad on the left with the glove on.
Throwing the urethane. And yeah, no, that was very grabby at the bottom.
There's my sister on lane 4.
It really took a few frames for that purple to open up, but it I will take 4 out of 5, that's for sure.
Yeah, you can see Austin on the left lane too. Oh, were you on 1 and 2, Austin?
1 and 2.
He was on 1 and 2. Here's Joe again. We tried to play a little bit farther right in practice too, right, Kyle?
That's right. Yeah, we wanted to try to burn up a spot to the right.
We wanted to stay. So you can see that ball was flippy down lane. It probably wasn't ready to be used yet, but it rolled really well. And Joey really liked polished equipment or shiny stuff at this center.
Another good shot there.
Yep. She always keeps it in play nice and straight. We try to stay a little bit. See, I'm getting ready already.
Yeah. What people
It's your spare shot.
That's all right. What people need to realize too, like what's really important, is that
I'm too deliberate.
Especially on game one.
Good though.
Especially on game one, your goal ultimately, sure, does everybody want to shoot 200? Absolutely, but a really good goal is 9 spare, like every frame.
Yeah, if you
9 spare with a couple of
catch a double in there too,
right.
if you can. As you can see, Jake's a little bit far left.
Yep.
You know.
Fancy footwork.
Yeah.
Got lucky.
He was a little bit left, a little bit more left, I think, in the beginning than we really had to be. But I don't really think we moved too far left. And I had to watch everybody's shot.
I'll tell you what.
I was the cheerleader.
You were. I'll tell you what, that purple gave me a ton of room.
Yeah. It was, you had a lot of laydown.
Yes.
But, you know, once Joey got this ball lined up.
Oh, he couldn't mess with it. He had it the whole day, right? He never switched from it, right?
He actually threw this ball all 9 games out there. He didn't ball change once.
Well, and he shot 1960, right? Or something like that?
1970, I think he had. Jan went through a few ball changes, so...
It's a good ball.
It just rolled a little too forward. Me and Joe kind of talked about some ball changes for her, but this ultimately kept her in the pocket and ate up a lot of oil to the right.
Oh, hang on. So this is that's one of the things that we talk about our successes and our mistakes is that we all missed something to knock us down a few pegs where we could have probably scored 50 to 100 more pins. I don't remember the exact math, but we definitely all missed a couple of spares here or there, and not including even the splits, and that will harm you overall.
Yeah, we had a really good first game. Our goal was to get you with urethane to the right, to create kind of a hold spot in the middle eventually, right? That was our thought.
Yeah.
And then everybody else used resin a little farther out. Oh, I mean, you were pretty far out, but urethane, when it exits the pattern, is already hooking and rolling. So you should have been around 12 to 13 by the end of the pattern, and everybody else should have been a little farther right.
Whoops.
Did you throw a gutter ball?
I did. I threw a gutter ball.
It was defined, though.
Yeah, it was at the arrows. Oh. I don't know what it is about here, but like I have a problem with my footwork on this approach. And I don't know if it's the length of the approach or if it's the environment of the center, but or if it's
in your head.
It could be in my head, or it could be the feel of the approach. But I have a hard time with my feet. So this year when I go out there, I'm going to walk out the approach and I'm going to see if it's, if I should be lining up different at the dots to meet up to the foul line.
Going back to what we said, Kyle was throwing urethane to the right, trying to get the ball to roll early, get it to like 12, 13 down lane, so it was reapplying the oil more towards the middle, so we could create a little more of a hang spot in the middle. And then everybody else was trying to feed it a little more right to kind of break down a little more of the outside part of the lane. So we had a little bit of hook. She's right in the right spot too.
Yep.
So the goal was to shoot 190, 200. Everybody kind of play in the same area except for Kyle. So we could, there I am, ready, getting ready.
Wiping the ball already.
Yeah. I like a fast pace though too.
Yeah,
So-
I didn't know much of Anthony's weight time off.
No, because I can't. I have to be ready. I have to be ready in 5-man. But so we were trying to break the lane down. We had not previously done that, have we, Kyle?
No, before this year, we would typically just all go out and be 5 bowlers on a team, but not bowl as a team. And this year, it was a literal strategy that we practiced before we went.
Right.
To all play in a zone and then actually start to migrate at a similar time. And not saying that like, no, you cannot move at this time. You have to, you can't start throwing Greek churches or anything.
We weren't trying to be stubborn, like really strict about it, but we wanted to get everybody to understand why we were doing it. If you struck on that, are you kidding me?
Yeah, man.
Flipped it hard. But see, you can see I'm talking to Joe the whole time, and he's talking about his ball reaction, because I don't think he started hot, and I don't think I did either. So we were both debating what to really do in this situation, because I had not thrown a lot of...
Stinger 710.
Yeah, see, he's telling me right there where to go, and he's telling me what to do.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it was. Me and Joe kind of were really seeing the lane well, and about the same brain power. We're seeing it the same way. You can laugh at me.
But that's the thing, though, is that we all try to talk and communicate to one another.
I think I had ball changed here to the U motion.
Yep, you did.
Because the U motion is a little less hook. That's a little earlier and more stable, while the purple is a little more down lane. So we talked about ball changing there. And I think I was the only one trying to make a ball change this early on because I didn't think I had the right piece. And then I was, watching everybody else bowl up front. That was good.
It was a good shot.
We actually were pretty lined up fairly quickly, too.
Yeah, that's true. Well, one thing that, we do and we tried probably not to take for granted is it's sick, dude. It's sick, that reaction.
It's sickening how much room you've had.
Yeah. Is the practice session, which in most cases, a lot of people will say is useless, but it at least gets your feet wet, Yeah,
we like to use it as a session to kind of get everybody's feet in that was much better.
That was a beautiful shot.
To get their feet on this type of approach, and just kind of see, what the length is, because I think you can see the length of the pattern no matter what. You might not have the right ball motion, but the shape.
Janelle ball changed here. What was that?
She went to an axiom solid because her other ball was rolling too far forward, which is why she was leaving 7, 10, and 10.
So yeah, she switched to something that was.
We went to a traction type ball, but the symmetrical core is weaker than the proton, and it's a little more continuous for her. It doesn't have as far as a pin to PAP for the layout, and it ended up being a little bit more continuous down lane to go through the pins. I just missed left.
Yeah.
I didn't really bowl good this event. Would you agree?
No, I disagree. I think that you physically bowled pretty decent. I think this ball, in my opinion, wasn't the best option.
Purple was probably better because they played really similar. I just don't think I had the confidence level with it.
You're right. I think
I shot
you liked this ball, but the purple, in my opinion, was stronger. You just didn't give it the chance.
Yeah, the U motion, I shot 299 with, I think, a week or two prior in a
It's got a hook. Ooh.
In a good event, one of the harder events than you was.
But then during doubles and singles, you used the purple, didn't you?
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
It's also a different
surface too.
Different surface down in the
they're a little more worn
center.
out up there, I think.
Yeah.
So I was trying to control the down lane here, even though it's urethane. I didn't want that big motion down lane.
Right.
But I should have just moved left and thrown it harder. But I didn't. So here's Kyle again. I think he's going to miss about 7 left and still strike. Oh, no.
Nope, just got short on it. Yep.
You've been short the whole time.
I'm telling you, it's the footwork. I just, for whatever it is, I don't know if I'm in the wrong place with my feet or what, but I could never get my feet under it. And you'll see it happens the entire time I'm here.
Joey is really short.
Yeah. But he's, this whole day too, he throws it really good.
Joey bowled excellent out here.
Yeah.
This ball gave him a lot of confidence, but he was really straight through the fronts, which I think is extremely important. And there we are, we're talking about it again, because me and him were bouncing off what to do.
Come on. Yeah.
So got the messenger on that one, which was excellent. But we were talking.
Well, so that ball stored up a little energy.
Right. It was a little bit more continuous. Didn't use all its energy early up. A little slower here. No way.
Ooh.
But that was my pin carry though. That at this event, I didn't have very good pin carry. It was obviously the wrong ball. But because I was playing, what were you telling him there?
I don't know. It was a year ago. 8 months ago.
I can't read your lips either.
I know. Well, this year you will be able to. Oh, he threw that one good too. Oh my goodness.
See, that's the problem that we run into with Jake, and we were just talking about it because we actually had a practice session recently. We were talking about his arsenal already. I know. What's today? March? February?
Yeah, it's the end of February.
End of February. We don't go till late June. But we bowled in a similar pattern. Load-wise, I think, obviously it doesn't play the same, right? Length and load-wise. Load-wise means how the pattern
left four, or got four on the right. Four?
And Jake and I were talking about it, and he loves his asymmetrical pieces because he's so soft on the bottom. He likes that little extra motion. But we're trying to get him into some more symmetrical pieces because he gets the ball to roll a little forward, just like Jan does. And it's funny because that was better, Kyle. And of course, you didn't strike on the one you actually threw good for once. Yep. 1 out of 12. But Jake's bowling balls roll more forward, which is funny because Jan bowls the same way. They're like floaters, we call them. Yeah. They really get the ball nice and on the lane. It gets down there really nicely. They don't do a lot to it. They're soft, and both of them use asymmetrics, but they both didn't strike well with them in this event. Right. Jake didn't really strike well in this event at all, but I think he just had the wrong ball in his hand. That should be pretty good.
Yeah, he got a little quick on the upswing there.
Not
the uptick.
But we'll take that out there. 8's good.
Yeah, especially the first game. Did you leave the scores in? Beautiful. Joey. You'll see is the most animated one. I usually take gold for most animated, but
nah,
Joey was
he was
you
were a little more serious.
He was a little warm and loose.
That should be good there too. See how that ball she changes that ball and her pin carry completely changed.
Yep, it sure did.
So it's really important to get the right ball for the player. And that ball is kind of a benchmark ball for her. It's not her big traction ball.
Now, Anthony, were you expecting a flood here in South Point?
Yes.
Because those pants are awfully high.
Oh, I thought you were talking. I prefer the high waters. About 99% of the time, Kyle. So you can make fun of me all you want. I will wear my.
Well, you could have at least Michael Jacksoned it and wore some white socks.
I mean, I will this year if I have to. I look absolutely giant in that shirt. I'm gonna have to lose a little bit of weight. But I
already started my diet for this year.
I like the high waters because they don't trip on the pant legs and they're out of the way.
Sure. There we go. Oh, Jake missed a ton right, but you missed enough.
That's okay.
Yeah. So you'll see, game one, you just don't have that. Well, unless you're throwing a purple, you don't have that miss room.
Just remember that this is a lighter volume pattern.
That's true too.
From what we've seen. So
what was this, 25, 26?
25, closer to 26 maybe. But it's not what you normally see.
And it's about a 2.5.
Yeah, so the pattern here is always usually pretty hard. Anything under 3 is going to be, in my mind, it's going to be, I don't want to say hard, but I want to say...
that was a pretty good one right there.
I don't want to say hard. No, that was good. I don't want to say hard because I don't think bowling patterns are hard.
Okay.
I think that they just require a little more execution.
Sure. Well, that would make it easy versus hard, where if I don't have to execute and still strike, that makes it easy.
Nah.
That's like...
I just don't agree with you. There's
okay.
Two different... No.
Okay.
That was a good one.
Oh my. That was not a fair 9-pin.
Joey's almost falling over.
No, he was...
He didn't want a high five.
He was acting on that one. He gave you a high five. I remember that shot. He gave you a high five at the end.
Probably.
He did.
I don't think he would ever not give me a high five. I don't know. You know, anything under 3-1 isn't hard. You just have to execute the right.
Sure. Oh, leak that one a little right, but yeah.
Somehow that ball always well, good for her.
Yeah.
She always beats me out there. It's okay though.
Yeah. Well,
I'm her caddy. I just carry the bowling balls around.
well, you missed
So
that one
slow.
left too. Oh boy.
That's okay. It's an easy spare.
That's right. That's if you're gonna miss big.
I'd rather do that than anything. As you've noticed so far, I'm clean.
So far, yep.
And I will be clean after this shot because we're in game 1. And these two are laughing at me because they know exactly what happens when I'm not clean.
You did almost miss that bucket though. That was not a textbook at the beginning of the game.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You barely nicked the 3-pin just to bounce it off the wall.
Doesn't matter.
Pins were down. Pins were on the deck. That's all that matters.
Okay.
Let's see if Shanky throws a good one here.
Yeah, he normally does. He's
Oh, that was a good one. That was a
a
good
little
one.
right though.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of hang stop before, like you were talking about, when you have to execute better. I'm not gonna say harder. You know, you just got to make sure you feed it into that right zone, or you got to be in the right zone with the right ball. Here, he had the right ball, but I think he was a little bit farther left than he could have been. I think he could have been a little straighter.
I think so too.
I think when you bowl in patterns like this, your angles have to be a little bit tighter in the beginning because you're trying to blow up one part of the lane.
Right.
I think he was a little bit left of it, and the ball just didn't want to get around that hang. Right.
10th frame here.
Oh, 10th frame. I think we were talking about ball changing, but he just said he's not throwing it good.
Threw that one good.
Yeah.
That one he threw good.
When he throws it good, he can't really not. Like if he throws it right, he doesn't really miss.
Yeah. So this one, I was I think able to shoot 200 this game, and I blew it up right here. This was horrible. This is a bad shot.
The fun part is I don't even remember.
Yeah, I tugged it. I grabbed it real bad. Other ones held though, but I got real slow. There was no chance for that one. And the biggest reason why I wanted to a mark here was just so that I could test another ball. Like it wouldn't even be.
I'm kind of glad you
score.
didn't test the ball.
Oh, because we could have screwed up the next game.
Yes.
That's a good point. It doesn't mean I would have used it. I've tested balls and not used them before.
No, I know, and I'm not saying you would have used it. I just think that I just don't like when.
Oh, he pured that one. He threw that one good.
I just don't like when you change balls and then you have to change your launch angle or something a little bit, and then you go back to what you were doing and it's like you can't find it again because you lose that sense of feel.
Right.
I'm a big feel guy.
If you notice, my feel was way off this whole day.
Yeah, but you scored good.
I did.
You beat me.
Thanks to
you grabbed that one
the
a bit.
purple. He did. Whoa.
Oh yeah,
I'll tell you the one benefit.
Big one.
Yeah.
The one benefit
Try and hurt people.
of the sharp angle off the pattern, it's actually a double-edged sword. Is that you get pin carry and you don't. So like you'll get that real sharp angle and you'll have funny messengers that just take out pins.
Random things.
Yeah, and you'll get some good carry, but then you'll also leave some really horrible stuff. Yeah. So it's definitely a double-edged sword.
That'll strike.
Bang. Yeah.
But yeah, everybody got excited when she.
Yeah, because I think she was having a pretty good 200. I think she shoots 220 here.
Of course she does.
Which was probably salvaging our 1,000.
Of course she does. That's another one.
Oh.
See, I even fist pumped myself. I thought that was gonna hurt.
Yeah, but I think she got quick on the bottom there, maybe.
That's all right. And she missed a spare, by the way. So if she shot 220 and she missed a spare, she could have had
She missed,
230.
what spare did she miss?
She missed a 10 pin early on. Nothing wrong with that. Here I am, just like, let me just 9 spare out. That's all I'm looking for. I think I actually struck out.
Can you count how many strikes you had on one hand?
Yes, I think I struck out this game to hit 1,000 for us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
I think you guys replaced 1,060 per team.
No. We went up every game, and it was only, I think it was a low 1,000.
I think I struck out to get 1,000 here.
We'll find out in a
Yeah,
second.
we definitely did, because I struck there too. Yep.
No
here
way
comes.
you strike on this.
Nope. Yes,
No way you strike on that.
No. We was more than happy.
I think we could shoot 10-20.
Yeah, we were at low 10.
10, low 10. I think the second game we maybe shoot 10-30.
Look how mad he is. The thing is though, now look at what he was using.
The last game.
Him on 4, he was using a Stratus.
Yeah, 10-20. Yep.
10-20.
Yep. And Janelle shot 214. Joey shoots 219. Kyle. Listen, I was gonna shoot a 200 game, and then I tugged it through the face. Gonna and
game 2. Back to what I was saying. My father was on lane 4. He threw a Strata, and his ball left a 10. So, tells me is a lot of guys using those asymmetrical pieces were a little too forward. The balls rolled a little too forward. That's how I see it, though.
Yeah.
That's how I'm seeing it.
It's interesting. They're just not storing up their energy like you need them to.
But the point of the fact is those balls are meant to hook early, so that way you can control the down lane motion.
Right. But once you start angling them up,
then you have the ball change.
Right. Well, that was
you started throwing it better this game.
Was a good one.
You started throwing it better.
Yeah, I started calming down, get my feet under me a little bit, you know.
Yeah, because you shot 180 and you were the freaking low man on a totem pole. Like,
yeah, look out, I said.
Huh?
I said, look out.
No, you definitely did not say that.
I have a good game coming up here, though.
Yeah, the next 2 were good.
Yep, they sure were.
And Joey crushed it. He's ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
He's feeling it.
9-pin stood back up and then got taken back out.
He's feeling good, feeling light.
Yeah, we don't even have to talk about Joey for the rest of the day because he doesn't even make a ball change.
No, he didn't. Actually, I don't really...
Did Janelle change balls here?
No, she threw the same ball, I think, up until closer to game 3.
Yep.
Because I think this is kind of where her look started to kind of fizzle.
Now, has anybody started to move yet? I know I haven't. I'm still right around 8-9 at the arrows.
No, they might be creeping, but you'll notice because Joey was in the back and he's like, I just can't. Yeah. I can't be here anymore.
I believe Jake actually moved a little right.
Yeah, well, he needed to.
Yeah.
He needed to be a little square through the front. Once again, you're going to watch me struggle to shoot 200 again. But I did.
Well, that was a good shot there. Beautiful shot.
If I can just do that every time.
Isn't that what we all say?
Yeah, I think we do. And then we're talking about something again. Can't read our lips, obviously.
Yeah. But I mean, again, this is very important for people that are going out. Maybe it's your first time. Maybe you never really bowled on a team before. Maybe Joey was begging for that one to stay right, but
it hooked back.
It just came roaring back. But maybe people have never bowled on a team before where you actually need to bowl as a team rather than 5 individuals. That was a good one. Wow.
By the way, Jane and I are talking about ball changing right now. You can hear everybody cheering for
No, we can hear you yelling.
Was that me?
That was just you.
No, it had to be me and Joey.
Well, probably Joey too, but yeah, that was just you and maybe Joey, but mostly you.
I don't take that.
Joey's in a little on that one. So it was the left lane that we have a hold spot, right? Wasn't it? Topography-wise?
One of the lanes was tilted the other way somewhere. I think it was the left lane.
I think it's the left lane because we'll see Janelle, I think it's the 3rd game. Textbook. Janelle throws a beautiful shot in the 3rd game. I think the 9th or 10th frame. We'll see it in a little while. And just a ugly pocket 7-10. Like it was just not deserved at all.
Hook a lot.
Yikes.
Yeah, I think this is where your thing kind of got to her a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, because if I was using resin in that area, then that would have been way more of a burn spot.
Oh, I think we ball changed for her because I brought a ball up to her. I think she did bowl pretty good for all the events. Here I am. I'm probably going to lead a 9 spare.
Wow, that thing charged back, didn't it?
Yeah, I started.
Did you hit that one?
I don't know what.
Moved on that shot.
To be honest with you, I don't remember what I did in this event. I just feel like I stayed in the same spot and kept throwing it there. I don't remember one shot. I only remember one shot from this event, and it was doubles and singles. It wasn't even in this event. It's when I left that 7-pin on the front 9 or 10.
10, I think, yeah.
Lane 6, Jake Shank.
Ooh, threw a good one. Ooh,
And
threw a
he was
good one.
excited because Joey was telling him that
Had a hold spot.
it holds spot with urethane.
Yeah.
Where have we seen this?
He wasn't trusting that urethane on the right side of the lane, and now found out that it gives him a little hold. Yikes! 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 Strike.
Always have the whole lane, you.
You know,
That purple head.
Team Snowplow.
Always for you and Nick. So Jake gave Jan a high five. It means he's in better spirits. Joe's up. He's a little straighter through the front part of the lane, and he's starting to huck a little bit more. So now we got to start moving left because he broke down the lane the right way. Kyle, would you agree?
Yeah, right now he is like, okay, it is time to move.
Right. It was starting to huck, and I think
Yeah.
that's what they were telling me in the back. Like, we've got to go left, and I was like,
Oh boy.
if you think you can go left.
Yeah, I'm
know?
thinking that on one of the next shots or two, you might see him make a jump left.
No, he's not talking to me. I'm talking to Jake.
Yep.
Jan, that's you right there. Strike. Ball change to a Rubicon. That's your favorite ball, right?
Janelle's in the back making some dinner. For those of you that can't see,
Yeah.
we're in Janelle's lovely living room here. Oh, there's another good one, Ant. Oh, I was expecting a 7-pin on that one.
I was expecting anything but a strike. Anything but a strike. Then we're watching Jake. Jake kind of needs the ball change around this time. But I think I don't know if I told him to. But right around this time is probably when he could have went to something because that ball's getting a little lazier down lane. Seeing the lane a little bit too early in the front part. Rounding it off nicely though. Then there's you. To the gutter. Strike.
No, just 9. Just a cool 2-pin.
I almost struck him there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You struck on almost every shot out.
Yeah, the purple is definitely going away. It was done. It was toast. I didn't see it
make
like
it?
I should have.
You
Of
made
course I made it.
Just saying. This is Joe took a step left here, it looks like.
Yep, you're absolutely
You
right.
can kind of see it.
Yeah.
And then I think he just throws it
Giant
to the
head's in the
right.
way. Yep, he hits 14 here. Missed a little in.
Okay, well, it wasn't horrible. At least it almost held.
He wanted to throw a better one there, you could tell, to get a better look.
Wasn't a bad shot, though. It was right where it needed to be, and then I'm sure he makes it. Very excited. Very animated.
Joey was our entertainment for the weekend, that was for sure.
Yes, he loves slushies, this guy.
No slushies this, well, at least where we were staying. No more slushies. Oh my goodness, trips the
you see
2-8-10 and the double fist pump, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you see your fist pump, Jan? Jan fist pumped, doubled. That's when the urethane was really getting to her. That left lane was super tight, and there's a 5-pin, folks. And nobody even cares. Look, not even looking.
Nope.
Nobody cares.
Wobbly 5-pin.
Joe's giving me claps, like, not bad. Jan's looking around like, oh my god, I really hope he makes this. Now they're talking to the picture person, and I'm up here. Nobody even cared.
I'm clapping for you. Look at
Thanks,
me.
Kyle. Thanks
Such
for
a
being my
teammate.
support system. Jan's worried about the pictures. She's like, where are we going to put these in the house?
I don't know where any of my pictures are from years past.
I think we have them in the office.
You know, they really should give them to you digitally, those pictures.
All right, so that's a 210.
Yeah, he did miss right on that one. So we don't have the big bumper like we were hoping to the right.
Yeah, it's not there yet. Joey didn't really have, he missed in on his though, right?
Yeah, on that left lane, he just missed in. Yep.
So this was the open lane though. Oh, he almost made it. Give it a good run. But the right lane was the open lane. I think that's where me and Joe were talking
Also,
about.
if he wants to get in and play more angle, he's going to need to change balls, obviously, from that surface ball to.
He's still using a traction ball
Yeah.
that he hit to 500. That's a strike. Dude,
That was a better shot there.
better shot. You freaking ripped on it like a lawnmower.
Zing!
This should be a good shot here. He took a big step on 5 where 5's tighter.
Yeah.
So this ball should roar back a little bit stronger off the edge.
Hit 12, 13 on that one.
So the right lane, ooh, he was
happy with that shot.
So he moved left on 5, didn't make it, stayed left on 6. Obviously had it. So Jan here, I think, if I remember right, the lane's opened up, so she had a really good look right in here that second game. She could get it right there.
Yeah.
She could kind of get it to that edge spot. So she didn't really move. She kind of played the same area all day, if I remember correctly, just varying her speed.
Until the third game. I think the third game she got in a little bit.
Man, I am so good on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Why can't I do that now?
Too bad your scores didn't reflect it.
Man, I am so good on the bottom.
All right, Jakey's still in the red ball. When did he change? The 10th frame?
No, I think he changed in the 9th frame. In the 8th or 9th. Well, really late game 2.
Oh,
Saw
another
5
5 pin on that lane.
But that lane is the tight lane.
Yes, yes.
So
That lane's got that hold spot from the topography we found on the topographer report.
If you're going out, make sure, if you know anything about topography, don't overanalyze it, but just see if there's any...
there's some information you want to learn.
Well, just make sure you
check
don't have any
everything out.
abnormalities.
Right.
If the lane tolerance is the other way, if your influence is towards the gutters, that's typically not a good sign. You want to know where those are.
That was a pretty good shot there.
Yeah, I mean, you had a really good game here. Shoots 181 out of the gate. And then the lane came to you a little bit. Here's Joey left again. See if he hits his target here, if it hooks back.
Yeah, hit 13 on that one.
That's definitely the tighter lane. Oh, and a wind up.
Big slap.
He could have beat Mike Tyson in a boxing match with that hit. Here's Jan. This is the tight lane. I don't think that'll make it.
Oh, big mixer.
Like we've talked about before. Right ball, right part of the lane. And 9 spare. Here it comes.
Got that one in.
8 spare. Not bad. Bet you I make it. Bet you dinner I make it.
Let's see. Ball change for Jakey? No, still a red ball. What's that again? I keep forgetting.
That is a track paradox red.
And is he bringing that, or is he switching to the Paragon?
So Jake, I think we talked about earlier, talking to me about his bag, and that ball is going to be replaced with a Paragon. The difference between the two that we've noticed is that the Paragon is a little more continuous of a ball. Mm-hmm. Even though it is able to handle those high volumes, because it's very similar to a Paradox, it's got a little bit more continuation going left versus that very forward.
Oh,
that wasn't good.
Tough miss there.
But it's got more of a continuous motion down lane. It doesn't rev up super early and stop. It revs up early, but it has a little bit better motion going left. This one rolls a little more forward for him, which is why we're seeing not a lot of pin carry for him. Not enough.
Oh, that was a good one right there. Ooh, threw it good.
And I think that's when you...
This is where I'm starting to see the ball start to miss. Not on the lanes that day, because I wasn't really attuned to it, but that's where I was throwing them there. But after watching it now, I can see, okay, I threw that one really good. I hit it right where I was supposed to. I was looking around 7, and that's where I threw it, and then it was lazy 10 pin, and then on the next frame we'll see. That was a good one from Joey. That a little slow maybe.
Yeah, it could be, but that lane is just really strong down lane.
Yeah.
Much more than 5. He got that one. If he threw that there on 5, he probably would have struck. Like I said before, I don't really remember seeing the lanes being different. I don't remember saying anything to anybody. Do you?
No, and I played them the same, except that, like I remember 5 had more hold. That's it.
Yeah.
It wasn't that they were different wildly.
And that's from your urethane there,
right?
The hole on the inside. So that right lane is pretty much good to go.
Yeah.
The left lane needs a little bit more work.
That's a good shot.
Decent.
Oh,
No, just a little high.
no mixing, no mixing, no lucky strikes for Ant. I think if you use that purple, you might have had a little more action on the pin deck.
I agree. It would have hooked a little bit later, and I think given me a little more of a I don't want to say angular because your thing is not angular, but it would be more continuing down lane.
Just more, yeah, more energy maybe, more.
Obviously, a piece of fuzz was bothering me where I'm never going to slide again. So I had to pick it up. But the purple would have been a little more down lane. It would have picked up early, but a little more continuous down lane. And Jake here, just off the shot. But every time he fell off the shot, he struck almost. Nope, not that.
That's kind of how he operates, though. He's kind of a.
When he fell off the shot, he struck.
Yeah.
But he runs this one down here, I'm sure of it. And, yep.
I think he changes balls next shot.
Let's hope he does. He hasn't thrown a lot of strikes.
But that, yeah, once we get in, once we start moving in a little, that ball's out. That ball's
right.
toast.
That ball was, it was the right ball in the beginning. I think he could have been a little bit straighter. He obviously bowled well, and he crossed over there.
Yep.
This is when the ball started up too early for you. But Jake bowled really well. It's just, it didn't seem like that ball was the perfect ball. And then we did talk about that too because we were planning out his bag, what he's thinking about bringing, because it is January, February.
End of February.
March. Oh my God. And we're just trying to see, there shouldn't be too many more releases coming out this year. So we're trying to see what he's going to bring. He is going to take the Paragon. That lane is a tough lane too. A little forward, a little tighter, a little more forward. But he's going to bring a Paragon instead of the Paradox Red. And then he's going to bring his Omni Hybrid, which that's the ball he went to. I just don't know when. He's going to bring a Power Torque, which he didn't have a symmetrical out there last year, a strong symmetrical. And he's going to bring I think we're going to get him a Zen. A shiny symmetric, something that's going to boom down lane a little more.
So right there, Jake was just saying he wants to move in, wants to move left, I think.
So this is when he's got a ball change.
But I think so, yeah.
I think he sits down to Joey, and I think him and Joey talked about it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep, so now they're talking about it now. That was good. On that lane, that was good. So I think the ball changes here because they're talking about it. I think then I talked about it with him because I went over that way. And yeah, here's his ball change to his Omni Hybrid. And this one's going out too far because it saves energy, but it doesn't roll too late. It's not too hockey sticky.
Right. He hated it, and watch what happens. Takes out half of a bucket.
Alex Bone steals on lane 7. I think you mentioned
the silent killer over there. A little quiet 660 on 7 and 8. Alex Bone steal.
Not happy. Man, how do you hit yourself in the leg that quick?
I knew it in my my backswing. This is an ugly frame. Big miss on at the arrows, and then a big miss here on the spare.
You got 2 out of that. I thought you were only gonna get 1.
I was praying for a cross spare.
There's Jack on lane 4. He struck? No, he left the 3-pin. Oh no, he did strike.
No,
he left the 9-pin. That's no fun.
Oh, Joey takes a big step left here.
Yeah, this is when this lane, I think we noticed this lane was really hooking a lot. I'm sure he probably struck on this because he can send it right.
So is Joey bringing a 2-ball tote here next year? Strata Hybrid and the Purple Hammer for his spares?
The taco truck hammer or the American made hammer?
I don't know.
That should be decent right there. Yep, see, it's just a little more hooky. That lane. I don't know what he's gonna do. I know I'm gonna bring a clamshell bag from 1960s with just my purple hammer in it. Here I am. I'm hoping I throw a nice shot here. I'm pretty straight. I'm actually a little farther right than I thought I was. That's a reason I didn't strike.
Yeah, playing too much angle with your
Yep, I had
with your urethane.
I was too deliberate. If I moved left and stayed a little more firm, probably would have been better off with the purple hammer. But I was just too soft. I made that spare though. That was a pretty good spare. What?
No.
It's a 6-pin. It's a tough spare. I think I just accepted it at this point.
Right.
That I wasn't gonna strike as much.
Another big mixer there.
Yep, look, he looks a little happy. He's got the lean.
Yep.
So he thinks he's good. I think he needed to move left to have more friction.
Yeah, and feel more comfortable too.
Right.
He
Jake
likes to
go
open up the
left.
lane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he likes to open the lane up. And 2-pin. He bowled pretty good that game though. I will say.
Now this shot is no bueno.
Well, this is kind of when we knew the purple was gone. I mean,
Yeah, and I
you can
grabbed
see
it again.
You can see it hooking at the arrows or before it. And Joe and I were discussing it, and you're like, "What? I'm tugging it. What are you gonna tell me?" We're like, "Dude, it's hooking so early, you just can't see it."
Yeah.
So we're probably discussing it here. And I do remember going up to Joe and saying, "Hey, I think he's got to go to one of those pearl balls." And Joe's like, "Yeah." And there you go, right there. And you struck. But we said he's got to go to one of them. I said, "I think he needs a zing pearl."
No, I didn't have that then.
Yes, you did.
No way.
Yes, you did. You drilled it before we went because you wanted something to replace the hitman before we went out there that was stronger down lane. And then you 5 counted. Yes, you did.
4 counted. That's a 4?
4. When did you get the zing pearl then?
Recently, I'm pretty sure.
No, you didn't. You got it last.
Regardless.
Anyway, it was. I wanted to go zing pearl because you had it in your bag, and Joey told me to tell you to go with the red melee, and he gets a messenger. Big shot there.
Which I was surprised with because I don't think I would have chosen it either. What was I thinking? I was thinking.
You wanted to stay with the
No. I was willing to
You
ball
wanted to move in.
change. I was willing to ball change, but I wasn't. My first instinct was not the melee. It was something else.
Well,
and I'm trying to remember what that was.
Close. See that hold spot there? Just doesn't get up around the corner.
Yeah.
That's what his hand motions are telling me.
Yep.
He knows it's not flipping hard enough. But
Yep.
I don't remember what you would have went to.
I can't remember what my first instinct was.
But I mean, the way the game. Oh, he's happy. He's giving us a bow. The way we tried to transition the lane, it does make sense that you should have went to a melee there by game 3. Game 3, in theory, that should strike. There's a hold spot there. In theory, that's what you should have went to because it's the weaker chord ball versus the zing, and it gives you a little bit more down lane boomerang, I like to call it.
Right.
That'll never make it.
But it does. All
I
day.
think this is when the lane really started to come to everybody.
Yeah.
Well, it's right around here. Jan did not bowl the greatest the last game, but I think the urethane, she was right in your track, I think.
She is. She's right in that carry down. Big trip, 9. Yeah, if you look, not that you can see the actual markings, but like if you look at that second hash down at the end of the lane on the right side.
That was my first lucky hit all day.
That was the one and only probably.
I think I was happy about that one because I think that made sure we got to 1,000. I think I said that game 1 too. But I'm pretty sure.
What did we shoot this game? 10:20, 10:30? No, oh yeah, 10:30, 10:40. 2 lucky shots!
Very excited about that one, obviously.
And his strut.
My dad's like, "What the heck are you doing?"
You haven't struck all day. Now you're going to title belt it?
I'll title belt any shot. Wow, I'm really actually hooking urethane pretty.
Wow, that's the biggest frame you had all day.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I needed
10:35.
I need the first
right.
two.
For 2-0. That's true.
Jan had 220 again. Joey had 170, so he didn't bowl as good.
Yeah, so 210, 216.
And you jumped up to where Joey was, so we kind of equaled out a little bit. So we're in game 3, and this is kind of where we came alive.
Jakey's at 17 right now, so he's into where he likes to be. Probably, maybe I would say a little too deep, but he could probably make it work.
I don't really think he was deep enough, because you talk about on sport shots where.
Oh boy.
Okay.
It was a whiff 2-pin.
Moving left is going to find more friction. I think he had to play a little more in to keep it. I think he could have wheeled it more, which I think he would have been more comfortable with. You switched to the melee here, and it looks like he moved left and bounced it off the edge and didn't strike. I don't think we had the greatest first frame, obviously, looking at these first 2 shots. But this was obviously our biggest game. What did we shoot this game? 1080?
Yeah.
So 30 pins above last game, and I shot a 180.
Yeah.
So I was 20 pins below what I shot last game.
Yep.
So it's kind of interesting to see how you guys had to score really well. Joey he didn't miss.
Oh my goodness,
I think he missed in this frame, and I think he, if I remember, throws in 7 or 8. You guys both shot 260. Right?
Yeah. I think this. He was going to shoot 290.
Yeah, he had to shoot 290.
Yep. Yep.
And he's very excited about his spare shooting. He's telling everybody, I made a 10. I made a 10. I made a 10. And here comes Jan. This is kind of where Jan struggled. She actually had a really good look, though. I think
she was in the pocket this whole game.
Oh, she did not miss.
Yep.
That made it.
It was a great shot there.
Like, she had the shot. All right, so.
Oh, it looked like that was good.
Yeah.
Nice.
I actually thought I had it this game. Joey told me to switch to resin.
You thought you should have switched to resin?
Or the purple, because he told me he's like, what are you gonna do? And I'm like, so I had a feeling that.
Well, that's a good one.
On that lane it is. I had a feeling that the game, because what am I doing? I'm very excited. I had a feeling that we were going to bowl well this game, and I knew my look wasn't the greatest. So going to resin and possibly hooking it a little more, or moving in, that should be, wow.
Yeah, I threw it good though.
But I didn't want to move in.
I'm telling you, we had that hold spot now.
You did. I didn't want to move in and jeopardize the team if I shoot 150. I knew I could make my spares to shoot a 190-2-0 game, and if I could catch a few strikes or throw it a little better. Yeah,
good
and
shot.
We all knew it was going to be a strike. So we knew the right lane was developed the way we were looking for. But I thought I could shoot 210, 220 because I thought I just mis-executed shots. It's coming to light now that I didn't have the right urethane ball. I was a little bit farther left. I probably could have went to resin. Because I probably created carry down for
or at least try it. You know what I mean? That last shot in the 10th. Would have been the perfect time.
I think
the first shot in the last game.
I think we talked about it. And I think Joey just said, no, stick with urethane if you're comfortable with it.
Got that one in a little bit, it looked like.
But I remember this game I bowled pretty good and didn't strike.
Yeah, like that one could have went.
It wasn't.
I know you missed right, but like it could have went.
Right. I left a 5-pin. Why couldn't my ball roll straight in that frame? Like, why did it throw straight in the other frame? I know I'm on a different lane, but if I strike there, we shoot. I think I shoot 198 or 192, and I had an open this game, which we'll probably see very soon. And it's not that one.
It's not that one.
But Jake's into the Omni now, and I think Jake was, he called himself 210 out there, 2-team. That's all he was good for.
But you don't need a bunch of guys to shoot 250 to win. You don't need that. You know what I mean?
Well, we were close. We actually had a chance, I think, going into this game. We just needed like a huge number.
Well, that's what I mean. You don't need every guy to shoot 250 though.
Right. I think we were like 100 pins off pace, right?
They shoot 3,300.
What did we shoot? 31?
Yeah.
We shot 31. So we're 200 pins off pace with all the spares we missed, and maybe some unlucky breaks. It makes sense.
We were up there if we made some spares.
That's pretty good on that lane. It just seemed like the lane had just completely changed for everybody.
Yeah.
And in a matter of 2 shots, from going from Jake, you, Joe to Jan in that one frame, seemed once it got to Jan, it started up, and that's a strike too.
Yeah.
Because now he has that lane, and he's still wiggling a little bit down lane, but
Right.
he's still got that into out look,
Right.
and he's getting just enough of it. But this is where Jan struggled a little bit when the lanes kind of transitioned on her. That was a little quick.
Oh, I thought it might mix.
No. I remember. I think she got mad at me this game.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, she was like, "You're stressing me out, telling me to play so slow." And I was like, "All you have to do is literally throw it nice and slow right up the right side of the lane and make it."
Yeah. Oh no. Oh boy. Whoop.
So I just spared it. Then we got Jake on the right lane. So this is our good lane, would you say, Jake or Kyle? Jesus. I think this is.
Yeah, I mean this has got the bounce and the hook and.
Yep, we got a lucky hit there. I'm trying to pick Jake up.
This is the lane we finish on too, so I don't want to say it's good for everybody.
Did somebody not bowl good on the lane? Here's Kyle. I bet she strikes. I will say, strike. I will say when we, I don't even remember what I was gonna say. I lost what was I gonna say? Oh, when you get out of urethane, you throw it. You don't hit it as hard.
Yeah.
You really try to make that urethane hook.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm starting to throw it a little bit better now.
Oh, that was good.
This was very early urethane days for me. I'm also, when you play urethane, I'm also way to the right.
Yeah.
So
you're not used to that.
Right. I'm much more firm on the ball, meaning not firm as in hard, but firm like. I guess I'm trying to control the ball more to keep it straight down the lane.
Yeah, you're trying to force it a little bit.
Yeah. So it's just all around just not the most comfortable game for me.
No, that was bad. I don't think I was worried about it.
So yeah, once I get to move in and just play my natural game like any other righty,
it's a little bit better. But does the purple hammer, or does the pink widow,
urethane
review on that? The pink widow urethane, is that in your
USBC or open OC bag?
Yeah, is that in your? I mean, we only bring
I don't
6.
know yet.
You're allowed to bring 8 if you've never gone before. You can bring 8. Check in 8 per event, so it doesn't have to be the same 8. Obviously, we come from New York, so we don't bring a plethora of equipment. We kind of just.
Yeah, I only brought 6 last year. Did you end up bringing 8? You did, right?
No.
I thought you did.
Nope.
Okay.
I brought 8 the first year.
Yeah, we both did.
We all brought 8 the first year. And
good roller.
We all brought 8 the first year, and then after which it isn't bad to carry the 2-ball toe because you bring it on the plane.
Yeah.
But it just was a pain to lug it around in the.
Well, the first year I didn't carry anything with me on the plane. I checked them, but yeah, let me tell you, it felt good to be able to move in and just freewheel it because the lanes were just so developed.
Yeah,
it was so
really
nice.
I'm pretty sure this left lane is still tighter down lane. That'll strike because there's a hold spot, and he was
amped. He was pumped.
Mike Tyson couldn't even withstand that hit.
So what was I just saying?
You were so good to freewheel it.
No.
Check bags.
Oh right. So I didn't carry any balls on the plane. We sent them via Bowling Ball Express.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did that.
And then we checked balls, which I'm fine with doing the check bag, and then I'll bring my clothes on the airplane on the carry-on. But I won't do the Bowling Ball Express again. It's too expensive. It takes too long. I mean, we had to send them out a month in advance.
No.
It was at least 3 weeks, dude.
2 weeks.
At least.
Then I 10 there. Obviously, this lane was just a little tighter for me. I just didn't have the. I think my dad went over and said something, but I just couldn't get comfortable in that left lane to get the ball to roll the right way. The good thing is I'm halfway decent at spares. That's why I'm the anchor.
But I think it wasn't until the third game you decided to really not make any changes.
I did some stuff, but the third game I tried to stay right around where I was.
What I mean by not make a drastic ball change to give yourself a better look.
Right,
That's when you said, I think in the beginning of the third game, you're like, listen, if I'm not going to score, I'm going to just leave it as is.
Yeah, because I knew I can
shoot 9 spare out.
Yeah, I could shoot 190 or so because I think...
And not destroy the team. Oh boy. That one, again, my footwork was not...
Yeah.
That was just an errant shot.
Yeah, because when you're bowling out there in this event, it's very important to understand that you're bowling with 4 other people who are relying on you. So, not saying you were relying on me to throw a big game because everybody's got a chance to throw it, but I didn't want to hinder the team.
But point being, it's that
ball change, move right, shoot 150 with unmakeable space.
Right.
I was okay with
wash out Greek Church, wash out Big Four.
I was okay with trying to manipulate just the hair.
Right.
To try to get the strike. And I mean, the thing is you and Joey were so hot.
Yep.
And Jan had a really good look. And Jake had a good look when he executed. It was hard. It was very easy not to change because I wasn't feeling any pressure to throw strikes, which that can happen in team events too. She struck on that too.
Yeah.
But the left lane gave her trouble.
I mean, we've said it a million times, but what I think where people become unsuccessful at team events, which we've experienced this in the past.
Oh no. This is it. This is the...
All right, I'll hold this thought for now. We'll bring this up in a second.
Had built up at this point of shooting spares.
Well, yeah,
and
but
I was clean.
Anthony had been clean all day long, and then my goodness. Oh my! What was that? What did you just do?
Now, from what I understand, Austin left a little bit of...
So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to explain what just happened. Anthony just chopped the 3 and the 8 off of... Or, I'm sorry, the 2 and the 8 off of the 2, 4, 7, 8. And he was so frustrated with himself that he actually punched himself in the face. And now he's experiencing...
Everybody's laughing at me.
A nasal unloading.
Yeah, my sinus.
These are not scientific terms, by the way. And look at here. I feel bad for Jake. He pures a shot, the best shot of his day, and he's looking back like everybody's gonna cheer for him. He's like, "What's going on?"
Everyone's like, "What's happening?" Look at me, I'm white.
He had to clean up the floor. He has snot everywhere. This kid.
Yeah, I knocked the snot out of myself. It's not just a saying. So now I've got a strike.
Yeah, cross.
And pose. I did knock my snot out, and I had to bowl with it. Actually, it really was tough to bowl because I'm pretty sure I gave myself a concussion. And every time I threw the ball, more snot would filter in my nose. So I actually had to change masks 2 or 3 times in the last.
Joey brought like 60 masks with him, so.
Joey, move left, throw right.
Yeah, he didn't miss. I got lucky, I'll tell you. So he struck the whole time. I had that cross.
I'm currently gone from the screen now. If you notice, I was sitting in the front or talking to somebody the whole time.
This game, you were gone.
They're all making fun of me. And Jan strikes. No, that was her tough. Like I said, everybody had a tough lane on 5. 5 was the tough lane, I think. And I'm okay. I'm just kind of doing my thing. I think it kind of stopped for a second. And obviously the team.
Well, it all drained.
Yeah, look, I'm in my bath. It was gross to try to bowl with it. Nope, I was okay.
Man.
Just trying to keep my nose straight.
Just no breaks.
No.
For you all day. Those 2 in the 10th.
Yep.
That's all that you had in the second game.
But I was like we said, I was content with 9 spare because I only missed 1 spare in this event.
Yep.
I think I had 1 or 2 opens in doubles and singles, so I think I had 3 total for 9 games on this pattern. But I only threw urethane, so that's to be expected. Controlling the pocket.
Oh, good one. Oh,
but that's the thing. You can't throw a good one on 6.
You're right.
You could throw the good one on 6 was too hooky.
Right.
So looking back at it, is there anything you would have adjusted?
For me personally, for me, the lanes opened up beautifully. I couldn't miss. I shouldn't say I couldn't miss. I obviously whiffed right one and had a crossover. So, but for me personally, they opened up great.
We had some room.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was good. But
yeah, Joey, I mean, he didn't even change balls all day. It was unbelievable.
That's interesting because, we talk about in our ball reaction guide for nationals.
Yep.
We talk about a stronger surface ball in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because the ball will be too duck hooky.
Yeah, but again, it's all about your game. You know what I mean? So,
I think he would have been better off with maybe a little bit of a stronger ball
at the very beginning.
Yeah, and I'm maybe not even staying with it.
Even if it's 5 frames.
Right, just to give himself a little more of a eat up that middle of the lane or something that's a little more stable. Here I am. I just came back in frame, so I must be up.
So to get back to my point, I never finished my thought earlier. Just about we've said it before a bunch of times, just being a team, because like you said, you just wanted to get done as much as you could.
Can't have
you didn't want to go be like a not rogue, but like you didn't want to try to be a hero. You wanted to try to just get it done.
Yeah, just
stay clean.
Just get enough of it.
And again, you can't go out as 5 individual players bowling on the same team. Yeah. You should really try to have a game plan. Like I don't think people think of bowling as a team sport. Well, I think they think of bowling together as a team, but they don't think of it as a play.
Right.
Like when you go play football, there's like a play, right? Mm-hmm. There's a game play. But here, that was a pretty decent shot. Here, people don't think of it that way. They think, all right, we're going to have 5 bowlers. Hopefully everybody has a good day. Right. I think the majority is what I'm speaking to, not like the really top upper echelon.
But the way you're brought up in bowling, it's you're bowling on league conditions.
Yep.
That's a strike.
Yeah.
You're bowling on league conditions. Wow. People are excited for us.
Yeah, we started gathering a little bit of a crowd. Well, so we bring 40 bowlers, as some of our viewers may not know. So they started finishing. Like we talked about early on, we tried to keep the pace. This is where that bump spot was on lane 5,
right?
Where we believe that 710 came from. Just that she threw a really good shot on that 710.
I think it's just the tolerance of the lane.
Yeah, and it should have struck, but it hit that little bit of a hill.
It could have struck. It should have.
Right. I'm sorry. Right. Pardon my language.
That's right. But yeah, we went out the first 2 years as 5 individual players. Yep. See, I just never got hit.
Right.
But we went out as 5 individual players that were good. We're decent players. We're in the highest division, which doesn't mean a whole heck of a lot, but we're up in the highest division. So, we went out as 5 individual players, or we bowl with our family members the first year,
right?
Because it was 2 hours away in Syracuse. So, the first year was kind of, I don't want to say a wash, but it kind of was a learning experience. Who you want to bowl with your family members?
Yep.
It's kind of
an experience.
A bigger experience, right? The second year we went out, I think we tried to do a little bit better teams, but we never practiced the game plan.
Right.
And then we were going to go to Reno, and right before COVID, and obviously COVID shut everything down. So we were actually starting to practice right around when the shutdown happened. So we were able to get our feet wet in the practice.
Man, was that disappointing. Anyway, go ahead.
That 8-pin?
No, the shutdown. Just that, we were getting all amped up, ready to go.
We actually practiced a few times too, and we hit exactly what we were doing. We had we bowled 1 lane.
Yep.
5 people because we didn't not all 10 could make practices, so we would do 5 people on a lane so we could get the same amount of transition. Because on 2 lanes, obviously it's a game and a half. On 1 lane, it's all 3 games. So we would see more transition that way, and we actually had a few good sessions. And then when everybody opened back up, guys were still pretty amped to go. Some teams changed, but my dad's even getting fired.
Yeah, he was amped. Him and your uncle, his brother, they were so excited to see. I mean, I'm not trying to talk us up or anything. It was just they said they'd never seen anybody. My feet didn't get under me again.
There's team play as well as a team.
Right.
But going back to what we were saying, we started practicing before Reno. So the game plan was already solidified.
Right.
It was just about, we got an extra year to practice it, and obviously without another team on the pair, it was a little easier. The volume was a little.
I finally threw a good one. I just wanted to end the day on a good one.
The lane play was a little easier, I thought, last year with 25 mils. Not as much.
Yeah,
hockey
in
stick.
2021.
So
yeah.
that helped as well. We kind of had a game plan, so it was a year in the making, and it was good to finally put it into action. But
Right.
What do you expect going into with now we're going to go back to normal?
Yeah, with 10 guys on a pair.
10 guys on a pair.
Yeah, Joey just had 8 in a row, I think, after his spare in the first frame. And he just grabbed that one, I think, a little bit on the bottom, which was, we were really hoping to see him throw at 290.
Yeah, there's really nothing more that we can even. He chopped it.
Yeah, we both shot at 260 that game.
I think he was happy though. He didn't seem upset.
Yeah.
But there's really not much more to say about our 3 games here because everything's developed. Everybody's basically bowled. I'm just left.
Oh, trip for Janelle.
Is she out there?
Yep.
There's really not much more to say. But what do you expect the gameplay to be? We have the same team coming back. Our 5 are coming back.
Yep.
We're adding another 5 to our pair.
Yep.
Actually, I think about 2 or 3 of them haven't bowled out there before, or maybe 1 or 2. Jim Muller, Alex Bowles, Jim Muller, and who else hasn't bowled out there? Nick Harris has not been out there, but we're adding another solid 5 players.
Yeah, and the thing is that some
people
people again may not realize is that you can actually kind of quote unquote assign the teams that you're bowling with.
Right.
So
you're able to create a companion team.
Yeah.
That's
so basically, not only can you bowl together as one team, you can bowl together as 2 teams.
Right.
And really control what the lanes are doing. I say control, but
you try to.
Right. So you can work together as 2 teams to really develop your
right.
pair.
So that's the goal, is to put together some guys who are going to play the same part of the lane and play the
similar parts of the lane. Yeah. So I think my expectation is that the lanes are going to be a little harder.
Another 5-pin.
Yeah. They're going to be closer to 2 to 1 rather than 2.5 to 1, and then.
They're going to be close. They're going to go back to what they were.
Right.
They're going to try and take urethane. They're going to try and take the urethane out of play a little bit. I think. Maybe not a lot. They're going to alter the pattern. It'll be a little different. I shoot 179 there with 1 open.
Yeah.
Man, that sucks. That's a lot of slashing.
Oh, and Janelle shot 180. Janelle. What happened with Janelle?
She had 2 710s.
Yeah.
710 and 210.
Oh, 260, the 20, 260, 250, 180, 170.
And Joe opened. So, we left. Yeah. We left about,
a lot of pins on the table, yeah.
Jan should have shot 200, so there's 20 pins each, there's 40. And Joey should have spared, we missed probably about another 35 pins and spares, but adding another 5 players, like we said, dictating the lanes, it's very important to pick a second team, because if you get guys who throw it down the middle with plastic balls, they're not going to be doing what we're trying to do.
Right.
So, adding another 5, we'll have to see, we're going to start practicing very soon. We're going to get a hold of everybody. We've already had some sessions on sport shots for some people, and we're going to get everybody together and see what we can do.
Yeah, and I think like I said, I think it's going to be closer to what it was in the past. Maybe could be even 39 or 40 feet. That's my guess. That's usually what the team shot is. It's been although it has been a while since it's been longer, right?
Actually,
on the team shot
this year was longer.
It was 41, right?
This was 41. Doubles and singles was 40.
But they played, at least with the urethane, they played identically.
I played I remember double and singles, I played it in the same spot, and I actually didn't know.
But again, they're on different lane surfaces.
Right, but I didn't know how to play it, because my resin looked good and my urethanes looked good, and I didn't know what to do, so I just grabbed the purple hammer and just stood in the same spot where I practiced and threw it there and ended up shooting whatever I shot. Yeah. So I played them very similar to the Bowler's Journal, actually. Yeah. If you remember that. Yeah. Yeah, so
I'll tell you, so Bowler's Journal is a side tournament. I bowled in the Bowler's Journal. I used the purple, played up 7. Bowled in practice, played up 7. Bowled in team event, played up 7. Bowled in doubles and singles, played up 7. It was identical all the way across.
This year, Kyle's playing up 7.
It may have been an accident, it may have been whatever, but it just ended up being that way.
And I think knowing now that what we've done last year is catapulting, because we actually grabbed a lot of, I don't want to say better players, but we're grabbing some more in-tune players with the game.
People that want to practice, they're adding to their equipment, they're just trying to be better.
We're starting to get guys who are a little more passionate than when we first started. So, which, not saying the other people weren't, but these guys are going to help our teams our higher end teams. Like I think we've got about 6 teams that are competitive this year.
Yeah, and the other thing that we're doing too is teams that are like each other. For example, our pair, everybody is somewhat kind of, for the right-handers, track players. They're in the track,
Right.
Or they swing it a little bit.
We don't have any.
Whereas
really.
there's another team that are a bunch of crankers. There's two-handers. Austin, our producer, he throws 500 plus revs.
Yeah.
So he's on that team.
Right.
We're keeping those players all together so that they can transition together.
Right.
Whereas if we played with the crankers, we would start to transition in, but then by the time we get in, the
lane would be almost
up
gone
the middle.
at that point.
Exactly.
Right? So our players aren't as high rev. We have, I think, 1 or 2 guys who are a little more high rev. The other 3 are a little bit more low rev. So, with that being said, Joey's not a high rev player. You're not a high rev player.
Right.
Jan isn't. Jake, you and Jake are similar in rev rate,
Yeah.
but Jan
he's
and
just a
Joey,
little softer.
right? Jan
He's
and
able
Joey
to
are not.
roll it.
They're not big rev players. They're not going to eat up the middle of the lane. So we don't really have anybody on our pair who's going to be eating up the lane that big, so where it's going to transition like a Belmo or EJ Tackett. If you put them together, the lane is just going to fall apart.
Right.
So we don't have those guys.
For us who are moving into it, it's going to fall
Those
apart.
guys who crank it,
Yeah.
Austin, those guys, they're going to be able to open up that middle exactly the way they're going to want to open it up and just be able to pitch it right, hopefully.
Right.
Hopefully we can get them in a team setting. They're going to hopefully check out a ball guide because we have our ball guide video, and we're going to have a ball guide for our players. They don't have to read it, but we're going to put it together for them. And hopefully they can see the ideas and get the wheels turning so they can create their own game plan as well as we have our own. So not everybody's teams are going to have the same game plan. Right? So.
All right. Well, if you like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell. Check us out on the Instagrams, the Facebooks, and the
Tweet machine.
No, it's Facebase. That's right.
Facebase, Instagram, Tweet machine. Don't forget to check out our Etsy. We got the sweet merch.
That's right.
Other than that, check out the podcast 7 p.m. Thursday nights.
Eastern Standard Time.
We go live, and we take your questions live on air. And we should be getting into some OC chat sooner. So if you are going out to the Open Championships, make sure to tune in because we are going to start talking about that as well.
All right, guys. We will see you soon.
Love, passion, friendship.
Check it out.